Hello, this is Tom Britt. West Tennessee PBS is working hard to bring you more local shows and quality PBS programs. And they need your financial help because they don't run commercials, they rely on your support. It's easy to donate. Go to their website, westtnpbs.org, and click on the Donate tab. Your donations to Channel 11 stay local and help WLJT-TV continue their mission to be as local as possible.
What do dance, dumplings, and drums have in common? One incredible festival in Jackson. Hello, I'm Peter Knoll. Coming up next on Tennessee is Talking, the topic is this year's Jackson's International Food and Art Festival, one of the most popular festivals in West Tennessee that honors our city's global heritage with food, live music, dance, and a parade of nations. And it's free, so let the conversation begin.
We are rolling. Confirm record. Can we get a mic check? Check, check. Stand by camera 2. Take 2. Stand by announcer in 3, 2.
West Tennessee PBS presents Tennessee is Talking. Let the conversation begin.
Thanks for joining the discussion on Tennessee is Talking. I'm Peter Knoll. Today we're turning our focus to one of the most popular festivals in Jackson that brings the world to the Jackson Fairgrounds. It's an international celebration with delicious food, dance, music, art, and a parade that honors the many cultures that call Jackson home. Here to tell us more are Dr. Sandra D. and Eduardo Morales, executive co-chairs of the festival. Thank you both for joining us and coming to the couch here on Tennessee is Talking. Let's start with what's new this year with the International Festival.
What is new this year is that we have a bit of European flair in the festival this year. For the first time, we're bringing Ali the Piper, a renowned bagpiper who also plays metallic as well as Celtic music, and we're also bringing a Native American with Celtic influence. So that's something new we've never seen all these years at the festival.
And the bagpiper, she's a big TikTok star.
Yeah, she has over 1.7 million followers. So you gotta, listen to her, check her out on Facebook and TikTok.
And then the Native American Scottish culture. So he's Scottish, but Native American?
As well, yes.
Okay.
He actually participates. He's a well-renowned person who participates in all the powwows all over Tennessee. It took us more than 2 years to even bring him here to Jackson. So I think people will have fun watching him.
So that's a big coup. And these are all on the main stage.
Correct.
Okay.
But our Native American Celtic performer will also perform in the kids stage.
Okay.
But Ali the Piper will be a 90-minute straight show at 1 o'clock at the main stage.
And let's remind everyone, this year's festival is taking place September 27th.
Correct.
And this is your second year at the Jackson Fairgrounds.
It's actually the third year.
Third year at the
Yes.
Jackson Fairgrounds. Boy, time flies when you're having
That's
fun.
right.
Yes.
So I know when you first moved to the Jackson Fairgrounds from downtown, you were really nervous, but it's turned out well, right? Tell us about that.
Well, we was very nervous because of the location. People can take it like in a different way. Like why you moving to? It's gonna sound like a flea market or something like that. But actually, is a very important. The location has been helping us better because they have a lot of electric, switches with more power, more spaces, and we have a better parking place. So it's been working really good to us. And we also have inside and outside for people who want to stay in the, air conditioning, cool. They can sit inside and they can, if they have kids, they can stay inside the building.
And it really, you guys outgrew downtown.
Correct. That's true. Like speaking of outgrowing, we outgrew the infrastructure downtown. We used to have that, over a decade ago. And the children's area, for example, was in one little corner of the Fox lot. And this time they occupy the entire air-conditioned building in the fairground. So that's something to really brag about, in terms of our accomplishment from the time we started 12 years ago, really, technically 12 years, because we did not have one during the COVID time. So we started with just 2,000 people attending the festival, but this time around, it's about 25,000. That's a lot of people. That's why the fairgrounds is a good place to be at this time.
Why do you think the festival has grown and has stayed so popular?
Well, I think because, when we started, our goal was to respect each other, embrace each other, and that mission is being achieved. Okay, so people keep joining us every year more and more, and I think we still have the festival like very peacefully, and so people share the attires, food, the parade, and they like it, and it's been very good environment for kids, adults, and everybody. And also, there is no alcohol, so there is no way that people can do some other stuff. But it's been very helpful. Yeah.
So it's really a family-friendly event,
Right.
And
Yes.
you do have the whole building dedicated to children and learning. Tell us about that.
Yeah, in fact, the children also have their own stage there. So, as I mentioned earlier, that the Native American Celtic violinist, he also plays the fiddle and all that, will be performing there. So that's their own little niche there. In the children's area, they will also learn different things, arts and crafts. So it actually encouraged them to be more creative. So that's a different venue. And as you said, this is a free event. So we really recommend people, people with families with little children, should come and enjoy and learn more about
And there's
different people.
hands-on activities,
Yes,
right?
it's hands-on activities inside the building, inside the air-conditioned building of the fairgrounds.
One thing I want to add on that, for the children, we are teaching them. They are learning about different cultures. Because sometimes I remember my kids, they used to see like, who's that? Where do they come from? Or like they see like with a funny face. And now this is an opportunity for the kids to come and share, make friends from different countries, different cultures, and learn about them. So it's a really good, because they're gonna be growing, and that way from the age of young age, they can learn about different cultures. Yeah, it's very good for them.
Let's turn our focus to my favorite part, the food. It's in your title.
That is right.
What you have some new food vendors going to be there this year. Where are they coming from?
Yeah, we have, for the first time, we have a Vietnamese food truck who will be serving, of course, Vietnamese food. They usually serve vermicelli, spring roll. So if you haven't tried Vietnamese food, that will be a good time to come. And also we have the Polish Society from Memphis coming, and they'll be serving some Polish food. I believe it's pierogi. You mentioned you like pierogi. You've tasted
I've
pierogi
tasted
before.
pierogi, in the past. Yes.
It's almost like dumpling, but it's not exactly dumpling. And there's several flavors, I think, of pierogi. So, Eduardo, you should
And
try
I think you can
that.
stuff them
Right.
with every different stuff.
Different
yeah.
stuffing.
Yeah, I will try because I never tried before. When I was in California, I tried different foods, but now it's been a long time. I need to try again. Yeah, so
And
it's my time to do it.
We'll have a lot of the people that come every year.
Correct,
Food
correct.
vendors.
We will have,
Tell us who those people
the
are.
Filipino food people like adobo, pancit, lumpia. That's the crowd favorite. We have Indian food, Mexican food. We will have Palestine food as well, and turkey. And of course, Reggie's Barbecue will be there this year, and a lot of our local people. It's a lot of cultural food, because you said food is important. That's even in the title of our festival. So with food, you learn, about different culture, traditions. In fact, the food tells stories. And that's how it's important for the community to know that. Attending the festival will expand their knowledge, and hopefully it will enhance their understanding and appreciation of all the global traditions, and it will promote unity. And that's what's important nowadays, isn't it?
Talking about food, we have businesses, restaurants, trailers, and like she mentioned, local, home cooking. So we have different categories, but they all are really good. Like from Mexico, for talking about Mexico, we have different flavors, different tacos, carnitas, many different plates. And also we have, Guatemala. Guatemala have one of the biggest booths. India, they have a big diversity of stuff in there to choose, So it's really good. So kids can try, everybody can try different foods. And we try to maintain the prices, kind of like really good for people to try different, in different spots, there. So.
And last year you introduced me to the Guatemalan folks about all the different food.
Yes.
And it's really fun to not just gobble it up because it's so good, but to actually tell us about this, and tell us about the food.
Okay, well, every country has different regions. So one region cooks something different and then the other region. But now, in the same festival, we have like I just mentioned it. We have food from Mexico, from different places from Mexico. It's like Guatemala. They have all in one. They have a lot different stuff, in there, and they're all really good. And I want the people, our visitors, to come and take that opportunity to try different flavors.
And it's
foods.
a family that runs it, correct? The
Yes.
Guatemalan. It's
Yes.
like these are families all working together.
Right, families, close relatives. In fact, what we recommend for people is to sample different food, not order a huge plate, but so that you could go from one area to another. It's almost like going to Epcot Center, and it's here in Jackson. You don't even have to book an airfare, which is, there's always flight delays. So it's probably better for you to just stay here, walk, or not walk, but drive to the fairgrounds and enjoy a whole day of good family affair. It's a very inclusive event. You welcome everybody to come. It's free admission. You just have to pay a little bit if you want to eat, of course, or drink non-alcoholic drinks, and enjoy.
Dr. D, what's your favorite food?
Of course, I have to like our food, the Filipino. But there's so many to choose
What
from.
should if somebody's getting something from the Filipino food booth?
Lumpia.
Lumpia, what is that?
That's actually spring roll, or some people call it egg roll. It has stuffing, vegetables, sometimes ground pork, or sometimes with different kinds of meat in it. So that's kind of what it is. That's really the most popular food in the Filipino
As a
world.
heart doctor, a cardiologist, is it heart healthy?
It
The
should be.
lumpia?
Well, it's fried though. I don't know if they will air fry this, but not exactly. But for one day, you are
It's okay.
excused.
Okay.
one day, a
You
month,
are?
like once a month can be.
So we'll just remind everyone again, it's happening on September 27th. That's a Saturday.
That's a Saturday.
Starts at 10 a.m. and goes until 4 p.m. At the fairgrounds. And if people are coming for the first time, parking, it can be congested.
Right. So this time, I know we had that problem the first time we moved to the fairgrounds, but we are working on it. Like last year, it was worked pretty well. There will be traffic routing, and then we will also provide JTA so that people could park at a certain location. We are working on that as we speak. And then they will be dropped off at the fairgrounds. So JTA is providing free transportation. So I think from what we heard from people that took this opportunity last year, they enjoyed that because they just park and then ride and don't have to worry about parking inside the fairgrounds. So we will provide those information pretty soon.
Do most people come and stay the entire day, or do they come and then they leave? Because 10 to 4, it could wear a person out or wear a family out.
Right. I should say it's probably 50-50. Some people come, as what you already said, for the food, but some people come for the performance. And actually, 6 hours is very short. I feel that once we start, it's already, almost 4 o'clock and everything's over. So people sometimes don't even notice the time. So as I said, some people stay the whole day, and see everything, participate in all the activities. Some people grab their food and go, and then maybe come back. Who knows, right?
Eduardo, do you spend the night there?
Yes.
You do, because we've been setting up. For the last 2 years, Channel 11 has recorded the event and then broadcast it. And when we're setting up the night before, you're there. And then
Well,
we see you
this
like
is-
at like 5 in the
He
morning.
hides
This is-
under the stage.
This is interesting, like in the very last, in the days before, I can spend almost my 24 hours there because I got to go to mark where the spots, where all the booths goes. And then in the very last night, I had to secure the equipment. When we used to have the festival here at the core, square, I used to spend the night there, the whole night, okay, and just to watch the equipment, speakers and all this kind of stuff. And I think some of the times we did have to pay somebody else to stay in the whole night to watch the equipment. But myself, I spend several nights, Otherwise, if I don't spend the night, I had to get in there like 4 o'clock in the morning because people start arriving to set up their booths like 3 o'clock in the morning. Mm-hmm. And I have to be there like real early. But now this year, we kind of suggesting, the vendors to come and set up the day before on Friday. I think we're gonna stay there from 8 to 8 all day long. I'm gonna be there helping people setting up, giving their spot where they go, and that way we can have everything set it up for Saturday morning. That way we don't have to have like a lot of issues in the morning. And I want to, mention something about this. We have the Parade of Cultures. This is very important part of the festival. And I would like to invite people to sign up, to come and represent their country, and walk with their people, with their flag. We have all the flags, our coach, our main person who provide the flags every year, he brings all the flags, so we probably have all of them.
Glenn Vanderford from Rotary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rotary.
And for people, our viewers out there that have never been to the Parade of Cultures, that takes place at 11
At 11.
a.m. on that
11.
Saturday, the 27th.
Yes.
Explain what that is for those that have never seen it or been to it.
Okay, well, they have to arrive on time. They have to be there from about 10 o'clock.
These are the people that are in the Parade of Cultures.
Yes, yeah,
Parade.
because we have to prepare the lines. We have to align put every country where they go. This is not just get a line and go. We have all the sequence, for the stage person who's coming next on the paper. And so we have to give them the flag and then tell them like, okay, you go here, you go here, you go here, We have to set everything by order, in order to coordinate perfectly for all the media and everything. And that way when they arrive, they will give the flag to the mayor. And that's the most symbolic part of the festival, because that means when the mayor receives the flag from different countries, that means the city of Jackson is open to the diversity, to different cultures.
And your goal is to get all the different cultures and parts of the world that call Jackson home represented in the Parade of
Correct.
Cultures.
Yes.
As they march with their flag and present it to the mayor.
Present it to the mayor. Yeah, and that's been, that's the core mission that we have.
Has
really.
that been happening since the very first?
From the very
first-
beginning. That's why
Yeah.
we started off in front of the city hall. That's why it was done that way, wherein they stop there and then put the flag, the mayor accepts it and put the flag in front of the city hall. Of course, now we're not in the city hall because of, as we talked about earlier, we outgrew the local infrastructure in downtown, and we had to move to the fairgrounds. But the mission stays. The symbolism stays. That's why we still continue to do this. So over a decade, we're still doing the same thing every year.
And you said you're still looking for people to be in the Parade of Cultures. If they want to be in, just go to your website?
Yes, go to our website, register under the parade category, register your name, contact information, country, and if you have your flag or not. Because if you don't, we will provide a flag if you don't have it. So it's imperative for them to register early. So in case that you don't have your own flag, we have to get that.
Get one. Have you ever had someone show up from a country that you were like, whoa, we need to find that flag. We didn't know. And there's a lot of countries out there.
Yeah, it has happened once or twice. That's why at this point in time, we recommend people to register early, and the registration is on our website, jifaf.com, under the category parade. And you put your information, contact information, your country, and if you have your flag or not. So if you don't, then that's the time that we need to really be able to acquire that flag so that you will be marching with your flag on the day of the festival.
And the parade also has performances. Like a lot of the nations represented, they'll have dancing troops, and it's very, dressed in costumes.
Yes, that's the most excited part, because we used to have these groups, and every year we try to change it to show something different. So as she mentioned it, the ballet from Nashville, they're going to be performing in the parade. The dancers, Aztec dancers, they're going to be performing in the parade. And we have many other groups where they're going to be performing. When I talk about that, I kind of get excited because it's the most important part for me, to prepare that parade and make sure everybody's happy, smiling, enjoying the day. And it's what people likes. Yeah.
And Eduardo, you brought your hat that's on the table here. Do you dance?
Well, I dance.
You do? What
Yes.
do you dance?
Well,
What type of dance do you do?
I don't dance at the stage anymore. But when we started, I think the first and second year, we didn't have enough performance. And she danced, and I
danced,
did
and he
dance.
danced.
We did
You
dance.
dance together?
No,
no.
different countries.
Okay.
He represented
I
his
was
country.
representing my country, and she was representing her country.
What type of dance did you do?
I did the one that you put the glass on top of your head.
What is that called?
Something. I forgot now the name. I forgot the name of that dance wherein you
But
put
it's a
that.
It's a
traditional.
Filipino dance. Okay.
Yes, there's several kinds, but that one, of course, we have to what do you call that? Maneuver the glass on top of my head, and we were able to do that.
And what type of dance did you do?
Well, I
Eduardo?
did have like some kind of like a mariachi style, and we have so many, like I mentioned, so many different folkloric dances, very different. But I danced one of them, the Mexican typical mariachi style. Yeah.
Now I remember what's the name of that dance. Pandango sa ilaw.
Okay. And
Like almost like fandango, like Spanish, right? Because Philippines was under Spanish rule for 300 years. If people don't know that, that's why some of our words, last names, surnames are in Spanish. Like for me, my mom's maiden name is Vasquez,
Okay.
and that's Hispanic. So we were ruled by Spain for over 300 years. So.
It really is a learning event. I mean,
It is.
about not only learning about all the different cultures that make up Jackson,
Uh-huh.
which if you, a lot of people have their little circle of friends, and you don't really realize all the different people that now call Jackson home and where they're all from.
That is true. That is true. I've been in Jackson for over 18 years now, and Jackson is my home. I'm proud to say that.
I want to mention, talking about dancing, I want to mention something that people experience in the festival. I normally dance in front of the stage downstairs there. Okay. Well, there was a time when this couple, the man came to me, he approached me, and he said, "Hey, sir, my wife wants to dance with you." She was about 85 or 90 years old.
Oh,
So
wow.
I went, I picked her, and then we danced.
Gingerly. Picked her
You
up
know?
gingerly.
Yeah, and then there was a lady also with probably like a 5 or 6 year old daughter, and she said, "Can I dance with her daughter?" And I said, "Oh my God, this is amazing!" You know how people get excited, and that's the most kind of like makes me feel like really good, because I say people wants to dance with that. People wants to enjoy the festival, and we want everybody to have fun and dance and like laugh and just enjoy it. Yeah. But that's those memories. There was also a boy, because I have a lot of Mexican hats. I have a booth to show art from Mexico. I did have so many different hats, and this boy he was trying the hat all day long, and he wants to buy it. I said, I don't sell my hats, sorry. And eventually, he spent like probably 3 or 4 hours in there, and he was with his grandma. And in the very last minute, I say, this boy deserves a hat. So I gave it to him. And that was a American boy. But he said, I want to wear this hat all my life. And I said, well, you're going to have the hat. Yeah, so that was another experience, that, we have in the festival.
So I think, Peter, I think the festival is not, people have thought always, well, we're going there for the food or for the art, but it's really for the cultural experience. That's what it is. You have to think about the deeper meaning of what the festival is all about. You connect with people, it brings unity, it brings community together. If you understand other people, then you enjoy making friends, making long-lasting relationships through the festival. So I think that's a great impact that we have given to the community, and we're proud of that.
September 27th, correct?
September 27th.
10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Jackson Fairgrounds.
Jackson Fairgrounds.
Website one more time?
JIFAF.com, and you could also look at us up on Facebook. We have Jackson International Food and Art Festival, and we are also on Instagram, 731.
We are looking forward to it. We'll be there. Channel 11 will be there, and we'll be bringing special programming to Channel 11 from the festival.
And we thank you so much for helping
it's
us
our
all
pleasure.
these years.
Thank you
It's
so
our
much
pleasure.
for letting us, stay with you and helping us to promote this
We
festival.
love bringing it to all of West Tennessee. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's all our time. Sadly, we could talk about it for another hour or two. But for this edition of Tennessee is Talking, thank you both, Dr. D and Eduardo, for joining us about this year's Jackson International Festival. If you want to rewatch this program or share it with a friend, remember you can stream this episode and all local Channel 11 programs anytime on the PBS app. You can also watch it on Channel 11's YouTube channel and on our website, westtnpbs.org. And keep the conversation going by following Channel 11 on social media. Until next time, keep on talking, Tennessee.
Tennessee is Talking is a presentation of West Tennessee PBS with the goal of bringing people together, sharing ideas, thoughts, and different perspectives, learning from each other and sharing a civil and respectful discussion. Tennessee is Talking, the show that brings West Tennessee together.
Hello everyone, I'm Ginger Rousey with the Jackson-Madison County Regional Health Department and host of the Channel 11 Checkup. It's a show that brings you the latest health information and local happenings. Channel 11 doesn't run commercials. As a community nonprofit TV station, they rely on donations from the public. It's super easy to donate. Go to their website, westtnpbs.org, and click on the Donate tab. Your donation stays local and helps WLJT be a community TV station for all of West Tennessee. Channel 11 is all about home.